Hey guys, right now we're going to be taking a look at my Leatherman Freestyle. This is one of Leatherman's more newer multi-tools. This one came out actually earlier this year. And it's a very simple tool. Anyway, Leatherman claims there's 5 tools in this multi-tool here, but I honestly only see 2. First up, you got a one-handed blade. Oh, this is the Freestyle CX. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned that. I'll mention the differences between the 2 versions later. So the first tool you have here is a one-handed blade. It's 154 cm is the steel on this one. I don't know if you can see that. And it works with a liner lock, and it locks up pretty nicely. It's easy to open. I mean, it's not a very big hole, but you just stick your finger there, pivot it out, and it comes out pretty well. The blade length is not that long. I want to say about 2.5. So, if you don't use a knife that often, or you don't really care about how long your knife blade is, this is perfectly fine. I mean, for me, 3 inches, just under 3 inches is good for EDC, so this would be a good EDC blade size for me. You don't really need anything else besides this on a daily basis, so, it works. The blade shape is pretty cool, actually. It's a very slight belly. It's not, super belly. It's just kind of like a modified Warncliffe type deal. You got a sort of reverse tonsil feel here, or, that's sort of like a convex curve to the edge. The blade is flat ground on both sides. It's very high ground compared to the blade. It's not quite a full flat grind, but it's up there, maybe 3/4 or so. Out of the box sharpness is impressive. If you look at the relief edge on this, they did a really nice job on this. It's pretty, I don't know, pretty long, I guess. So the thickness on the blade is actually, medium. Let me get out. Here's a Spyderco Rock Lobster, and you can see, it's actually about the same width. Considering how tall the blade is, the grind is a little more obtuse, but it still comes to a great edge. As I said, the out-of-the-box sharpness is really quite impressive. So the liner lock disengages pretty easily. It locks up pretty late, actually. But, that's not actually have anything to do with whether or not it's well made. It just locks up a little late. It kind of has a feel like it's only one scale, but the edge of the blade is covered by this sort of metal protector type thing, and the pivot is, this larger screw here. So besides the knife blade, you got one other tool, the pliers. Easily accessible, easy to open. I mean, they work fine. If you have a skeletal, these will be the same pliers as a skeletal. This whole tool, the Freestyle, is basically the skeletal minus the carabiner and the bit driver on the end. So it's a lot simpler. The plier head is pretty nice too. Basically what Leatherman says is, it has that 154 cm knife, and you also have needle nose pliers, wire cutters down here, and hard wire cutters. And you can tell the difference between those. The top ones here are the normal wire cutters, and the ones at the bottom are the more heavy duty hard wire cutters. So, they work. I've used this one once or twice to cut wire. I really haven't used this tool at all. Actually, I don't even know if I've used this one to cut wire, so I can't really say how it works. But all my Leathermans, whenever I've been cutting wire with them, even with my P4, my Squirt P4, it's cut wire very well. So you shouldn't worry about that. It's got a little stylistic, cutout type things up here. I'm not sure what that's for, but, I guess it makes it a little lighter, I guess. The difference between the Leatherman Freestyle CX and the original Freestyle is the materials. Basically, everything's upgraded. The original Freestyle features a blade of 420 HC, so you know this steel is definitely an upgrade over that. You've got an extra coating on this handle scale type thing over here. Basically, this one's DLC coated, unlike the normal Freestyle. And I don't know if you can tell right here, it's pretty cool, but this one has a carbon fiber insert or scale, and it's glistening. You can see it. It's a pretty nice finish on it. It's shiny, and it has a little rough look to it though. It's not like completely glossy carbon fiber, but it's definitely adds, you know, aesthetics to it. In contrast, the normal Leatherman Freestyle has a Zytel insert, so you know, if you're looking for a tool with, in general, higher, you know, quality materials, the CX is the way to go. Also, the Leatherman Freestyle has a partially serrated blade. Now, on a blade this short, I want a plain edge only, or full serrations actually, but I'd rather have a full plain edge than a combo edge. And so, you know, this is the preferable edge, you know, type for me. Weight is 4.5 ounces, so it's actually not, oh, I'm sorry, it might not. Yeah, it's 4.5 ounces for both models, which is reasonable actually, because you're getting a blade and you're getting pliers. I mean, it's very reasonable, because these pliers are, you know, well sized. Just to give you a little size comparison, sorry about that, here is my Leatherman Squirt S4, which is in all accounts a very small tool, and you can see it definitely dwarfs it. Let me get my Leatherman Juice S2 out, and we can do a little size comparison of that. Value-wise, this goes for about, the CX version goes for about 40 bucks. You can find it. eBay, you might be able to find it cheaper. The normal model goes for about 10 bucks less, I think, about 30. Don't quote me on that, but you know, either way you go, it's a very high value. Because if you think about it, I mean, you're getting carbon fiber 154 cm in a very nice compact package for 45 bucks. Considering the fit and finish of this, which is, you know, by all accounts top notch, it's a great value. Here it is next to the Juice. And you can see, if you've had a Juice, you know the pliers are decently well sized, and actually the Juices are a little longer, but these are a bit wider for what it's worth. This does feature a pocket clip, unlike most multi-tools. It's a very slim pocket clip, so it'll migrate a lot in your pocket, but it's there. And it carries decently low, all the way down here. You only have a little bit sticking out of your pocket, and I guarantee you, if somebody looks at your pocket and they see that sticking out, they have no idea what it is. Anyway, so that's my review of the Leatherman Freestyle. You know, it's a bit lacking on tools. The Juice definitely has a lot more utility, but this basically makes it so that the two tools it does have, they're more effective, they're bigger, more easy to access, and it just has that extra cool factor from the carbon fiber. So that's my review of the Leatherman Freestyle CX. If you like the Juice, go for the Juice. But if you want a tool that's basically just, if you use pliers a lot and you don't really use anything else, go with the Freestyle CX. It's worth the money. You know, whether or not you should get it over the Juice, you know, my first choice would definitely be the Juice. But this is no slouch. It'll do every task, you know, for the two tools that you give it. And, you know, there's nothing actually wrong with it. I just feel like the Juice gives a little more utility. But everything, I mean, just the way that the tool presents itself on the Freestyle, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like, I mean, if you really think about it, you're kind of wasting space. It's about the same form factor as the Juice S2, but the S2 has a lot more utility. But, you know, it just has that charm of a Leatherman. I carry this very rarely. But if you use pliers a lot, you know, this is a really nice tool to carry on a daily basis. More coming soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.